Hi, I'm Ruby from Ruby's Bedtime Stories. Today I'm going to read Florence and Her Fantastic Farts by Salma Zaman, and it was illustrated by Ursula Hurst, and this book has been sent to me from England. Class 6 were on a visit to the local science park. They had just finished eating their packed lunches and sat down in a laboratory to watch Professor Sniff Nose do some experiments. He particularly loved investigating gruesome and gory, unexplained smells belonging to human beings. The smellier, the better. Suddenly, Miss Buchanan yelled, "That stinks! Whatever you do, do not inhale, boys and girls." "Emergency alert!" cried Mr. Fox. "Florence, move into the corridor." Everyone covered their nose and mouth, not wanting to take in even the tiniest whiff of Florence's fart. "We need help," said Mr. Fox, turning to Professor Sniff Nose. "Florence has the worst smelling farts ever. She has tried changing her diet, but nothing seems to work. This needs resolving before we all faint from the smell that she leaves everywhere she goes." "The pleasure would be all mine," said Professor Sniff Nose. Whilst the children watched experiments conducted by the professor's assistant, Mr. Payne, the professor collected the gas from Florence's farts in his special gas collecting tube. He mixed it with a special liquid to make a solution and immediately began his experiments. As he watched, Professor Sniff Nose noticed the solution start to bubble uncontrollably. "Unbelievable!" he screamed in excitement. "These are not ordinary farts. These are fantastic farts. Something extraordinary happens after a cluster of farts," he explained. "It's happening right now." Mr. Fox didn't look convinced. He and Miss Buchanan were discussing what they would like to dress up as for World Book Day, which was fast approaching. Mr. Fox dreamed of being a pirate, while Miss Buchanan wanted to be a queen covered in jewels. Suddenly, the tube began to shake. The solution swirled around and then exploded, pulling Mr. Fox, Miss Buchanan, and all the children into a mini tornado of gases, including hydrogen, carbon dioxide, and methane. Gurgling, gushing noises could be heard as the tornado sucked them into the tube and flung them all over the place. "Ah! Ooh!" cried everyone. They could not see or hear a thing through the thick gases from the explosion and the roar of the wind which enveloped them. They found themselves in the sea, tumbling past shipwrecks and valuable treasure chests. Mr. Fox grabbed a pirate hat an eye patch that were floating by. "Yuck! The water tastes salty," said Florence as he spun past Mr Fox. "I thought salt was a solid, but I can't see it in the sea." "It's dissolved!" shouted Mr Fox. They continued to spin around and around. "Hold on, everyone!" cried Miss Buchanan as the swirling water propelled them towards a narrow cave full of jewels. They landed on the sand in the cave with a thud. "It's nice to be in solid ground again, but how do we get out of here?" moaned Mr Fox. Everyone looked blank. Miss Buchanan looked at the sparkling jewels and wished she could put some on a crown for World Book Day. Instead, she was holding a test tube that she had just picked up before the explosion. It was now full of seawater and sand. As she stared at it, Florence let out a cluster of fantastic farts. The force was so powerful, it pushed everyone out of the test tube and they stumbled back into the laboratory. Professor Sniff Nose stared at them in astonishment, particularly Mr Fox, who was now dressed as a pirate, and Miss Buchanan, who looked like a queen. "I guess the gas from Florence's farts, added to the liquid water, added to the solid sand, must have been the perfect combination," said a bewildered Mr Fox, as Miss Buchanan looked at her regal reflection in a mirror, thinking of her outfit for World Book Day. "Florence's farts are definitely fantastic. What a science lesson!" Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the book. And a big thank you to Salma for sending me this fantastic book. Thank you. Bye!